Right, this is a standing pose. So you start with your feet facing forward, shoulder width apart. Put your hands between your feet just to check you're in the right position. Your knees want to be over your toes and not turning inwards. Your pelvis is neutral, so and don't bend your knees too much. You're just keeping them soft. So, and then you want your ribs over your hips. So you're making sure that you're not slumped that way or sticking your bottom out too much. Your shoulders are relaxed backwards and downwards. Head is nice and tall and long, and your chin is just tucked a little bit, but not so much that you can't breathe. Hands out to the side. Okay, so actually we will have to move you across slightly so you've got both your hands in. Okay, so feet facing forwards, shoulder width apart, hands nice and arms straight and facing out to the side, like a Christmas tree, so it's a nice triangular position. Keep those shoulders rolled backwards and downwards and the neck long. You're going to turn your hands so that your thumbs are facing the floor. And in this position, imagine you're pushing backwards, but actually not moving backwards with your arms. And imagine your armpits being dragged towards your hips so that your shoulder blades stay relaxed backwards and downwards and not up around your ears. Right, in that position, you're going to hinge from the ankles to bring your body leaning forward slightly, not too far that you lose balance. And you're going to breathe into your ribs and out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In for 3. Out for 6. And in for 3. Keep those arms up, don't let them drop, shoulders backwards and downwards, out for 6. Keep that pelvic tuck, keep that neck long, keep breathing all the way out. Once you get to the end of your 6, you pause for a moment, then you're going to slowly lift your ribs upwards and outwards as though you're lifting them up and over your head like a bucket without your shoulders rising up. Keep your shoulders relaxed down, you'll see this vacuum under here. Keep feeling tall, tailbone tucked under, and up to 10 seconds you can hold this. So you can breathe now. And then nice deep breath, and as you breathe out, you're going to bring your hands in front of you into ballet pose. So your hands are facing the floor, the elbows are out to the side as though you're pushing outwards, and your hands as though you're pushing down towards the floor, but you're not actually moving. You're keeping them hip height, but don't rest them on your hips. Shoulder blades backwards and downwards, neck nice and long. Make sure you got that weight forward on your toes. Your knees are soft. Your hips are flat, pelvis is flat, and your ribs are stacked over your hips. Breathing in for 3 and out for 6. Just be careful when you're breathing in that your shoulders don't rise up as you breathe in. So it's just your ribs going out to the side. In for 3. Don't let your hands drift towards each other. That's it. Out for 6. And in for 3. All the way out now for the vacuum. All the way out, all the way out, all the way out, all the way out. Pause and lift those ribs out to the side and up as though you're lifting them off. Lovely, and you'll get a lift there. If you can't think of it like that, imagine you're smelling a flower, but not actually opening your nose to smell that flower. Or some people say you're sucking a straw and there's a strawberry stuck at the end of that straw. And breathe. And the next pose is coming up with your hands still facing out and in front of your chest. Now you can have your hands splayed, or closed. Right, shoulder blades backwards and downwards. You're now letting your bottom stick out, so keeping that your ribs in front, perfect. And breathe in and out for 6. You're still thinking armpits to hips. That's it, so you're rolling those shoulders down. You don't want them coming up towards the ears. You're still pushing away with your hands as though you're really activating these lower muscles. In for 3 and out for 6. And in for 3. And this is the last one. And out for 6. Your toes are curling, so don't put too much effort. That's it. Weight forward onto your toes, all the way out, all the way out. Don't let your head come forward. And vacuum. That's it. Hold in the vacuum as long as you can. Now the hands, you get best stretch with them out, but if that's too much stretch on your nervous system, fingers closed or even fist. And breathe. And last pose, hands up above your head into this position as you breathe out. So you're trying to support the ceiling, pushing upwards. At the same time, your armpits are pulling down towards your hips. So you've got that shoulder blades backwards and downwards. You've got to, at this point, the temptation is to stick your bottom out. So you've got to keep that tailbone tucked under. That looks perfect. Like, you got the weight forward on your toes a little bit. Good. Breathing in for 3 and out for 6. If you just step back a step so you can see your hands. And in for 3 and all the way out. 6. Keep the shoulder blades backwards and downwards. Keep that tailbone tucked under. Weight forward onto your toes. That's it. Breathe in for 3. Keep pushing upwards, imagining you're holding the ceiling. It's a static position. And all the way out. Remember to relax your jaw. Keep that head tucked backwards as though you're trying to listen to a conversation behind you. All the way out. And then we're going to lift the ribs out and up to the side without your shoulders rising. It's just a rib lift. You got it? Good. So just be careful. It's tempting at this point to lift upwards with your shoulders, and you're keeping them nice and relaxed. And breathe when you need to. And relax. Bring those hands down. Give them a shake. Get rid of all that tension.